Hello and good day from wherever you're watching from. My name is Dr. Tayelolu, and I'm here to inform you that I'm beginning a movement. I'm beginning a movement with the children. The decision to, although the activities I've been doing prior to now is the similitude of a movement, but in clear, direction. I heard, the Lord say to me in the place of prayer few days ago that I'm to disciple more children and that He has made me a movement. I heard that voice saying, I've made you a movement, Tayelolu, disciple more children for me. And so, in the light of this divine instruction, I'm beginning a movement. And so this video I'm doing this afternoon is to give my audience clarity about what my movement is going to be about. What will the movement entail? How does it differ from my usual mentorship program? And so I want to clarify these dynamics in this video. So first, what's the movement about? Who qualifies to be in this movement? What are we moving against? How does the mentorship differ from the movement? And what is the place and position of my mentees in this movement? I would also like to clarify the pruning stage. There's what I call the pruning stage. And so also, what is the ultimate goal, of this movement? What is the, vision, And so I'm going to talk about the badge as well. Yes, every member of that movement will have their own badge. Okay, so now what does this movement mean? I'm sure that you all know that over time, even in our society, a lot of movements have arisen. And I think the most resounding one was the End SARS movement, that was done, I think, few years ago to put an end to SARS and, the likes. So usually when a movement arises, it is to stop something. It is to become anti to something. It is to, obliterate or remove something from the society. And so my own movement, which I've tagged Dr. Tayelolu'S Discipleship Movement, DTDM, DTDM is a movement that is going to be warring against cultism, against drug usage or drug abuse, internet fraud, immorality, indecency, anti-God spirit and conduct among the adolescents, ritual killing, prostitution and hookups, rebellion to parents and authorities, corrupt and depraved mindsets, fornicating spirits, and sexual perversion of various kinds. So my movement is going to be, it's going to be a movement against everything I've mentioned here: indecent dressing, cultism, prostitution, hookups, internet fraud, ritual killing, rebellion to authorities, and every other thing I mentioned. And for every child who belongs to this movement, they are going to become a light, a representation of the ideal, a representation of what is expected, to be the conduct of the child, the adolescent, and young adults, in the society. In as much as, we see and we know, it is apparent that Satan is no longer joking. Satan is all out to get our children. Satan is all out to ensure that our children keep going adrift from what is the normal. They keep rebelling. They keep sinking into immorality and social decadence. And so because we have seen and known that Satan is not joking, Satan has become more strategic and more deliberate about harvesting and winning the hearts of our children. So my movement is arising as a counter force or a counter attack to the strategies of Satan. And that is why every child who already uses a phone, who has their own personal phone, qualifies to be in this movement. If you have a child that already have their own phone that they are using, they qualify to join my movement. So for the second question, I said, who qualifies to be in this movement? Every child who uses a phone, who owns a phone, who has their own phone they are using, they qualify to be in my movement. What are we moving against? I already mentioned those. And how does the movement differ from mentorship? Yes, a lot of you know that I'm the convener of a mentorship program for children, for adolescents, and young adults. Yes, the movement is different from mentorship in that for children that have been in my mentorship program, children that has been under my influence for a period of time, almost all of them, especially those who have their own personal phone, they automatically qualify to be in my movement. But for the movement in itself, not everybody who registers initially to be in the movement will eventually be in the movement. There's still going to be a stage that I called, the pruning stage. And why is this pruning going to happen? This pruning is going to happen because, for example, children that have been in my mentorship program for a period of time, they have already been shaped. There has already been a mindset realignment, mindset upgrading, upscaling in them. And so because of this, for those who already have their own personal phone, they automatically qualify to be in my movement. But for every child who registers at the initial level to be in my movement, I'm still going to remove the tares from the wheat. How will I do this? The moment you register your child now to belong to my movement, or the moment your child or an adolescent or young adult reaches out to me that, oh, Dr. Tayelolu, I want to be a part of your movement, I will take them into the initial stage. They would, join automatically at the initial level. But now, whenever a person, nobody can go to the university without passing WAEC. You have to pass your WAEC and your JAM before you can proceed to the university. So I will need to mentor, from all those who register for the movement at the initial level. They will be expected to register for my mentorship program for at least 3 months, the range of 3 to 6 months. Now, after these 3 months list, 3 months at least, then they will now gravitate to the integral DTDM, which is Dr. Tayelolu's discipleship movement. And during that 3 months, I'm going to bring them up mentally and psychologically to the pedestal that my mentees are on. Let's say, somebody that is already, decadent, immoral, saying, oh, I want to join your movement, and just joins. That person will not be able to do what he or she is supposed to do by the time the movement begins practical actions, practical doings. Why? Because that person will not be able to fully do what is expected of them because their mindset is still a certain way. As I am now, if I ask my mentees without me coordinating them to do certain things as part of the activities of the movement, I know they will be able to do it because they have gone through, should I call it pupil stage? They have gone through the training stage with me. They have gone through the molding stage with me as their mentor. And so their mindset and psychology is already a certain way, is already up. So now for the initial stage, every child who owns a phone is expected to register with me that they want to be in the movement. And so when I register all of them, I will now remove the chaff from the wheat. I will remove the tares from the wheat. And I will remove it by, those people, by the time I do the initial orientation, with them, then I would expect that they will want to register for at least 3 months mentorship. So those who agree that they are going to register for the 3 months mentorship will begin the mentorship with me. And after 3 months, there will now be another platform for the actual DTDM, Dr. Tayelolu's Discipleship Movement. And that is the actual place where the movement activities will take place. And so I think I've clarified that already. Now, what is the next point? What's the place of my mentees in this movement? Yes, my mentees who own their own personal phones, any child or adolescent or young adult who already has a phone they use, you know, they are expected to be in the movement. And so for my mentees, they would automatically be in the movement and they will be expected to do every task that I give out for members of my movement. Yes, we'll have weekly tasks, we will have monthly tasks, we will have quarterly tasks, we will have half yearly task, and we will have yearly task. Yes, every member of the movement is expected to conform and make sure they do every task I assign. There will be times when I would ask every member of my movement to get a white cardboard paper and use red marker to write certain things on it. And during break time in school, instead of running around and playing with their peers, they are expected to bring out that placard and walk around school with it. They might write on it, "Stop disobeying your parents. When you are obedient and you show honor, you are guaranteed of long life and success." Ephesians 6 chapter 2 and 3. It might be self-control is power. Your ability to resist negative peer pressure, or to control yourself in the face of temptation makes you powerful. They will write it on a white cardboard paper and they will lift it like this throughout break time in school, walking up and down, making sure that the other students see it. That might be their task for the week. Now, their task for the month might be that you must talk to at least 5 people every week. 5 people every week that are your age brackets, and you tell them about uprightness, you tell them about God, you teach them how to be responsible. And as you are doing that, you are recording it in a journal, because you will report with that journal back to me. You will submit your journal back to me online. You might write, "Oh, I spoke to Quadri, I spoke to Jide, I spoke to Elizabeth, I spoke to Tumishe. What did I speak about? I spoke to Tumishe about godliness. I spoke to this person. What were some of the exact words of conviction?" You write it down. Do you think you succeeded in transforming that person's heart? Yes or no? How do you intend to follow up? You write. That is your task for that month or for that week. So when you are a part of my movement, I will give you tasks to do. I will give you activities, and we are going to have a badge. There's going to be a DTDM badge, and that badge, I will design it and send it to you, and your parents will help you print it. When your parents help you to print it, they will now take it to these people that imprint on t-shirts. You will buy a white t-shirt and imprint that badge on it. Or when I send the soft copy of that badge design to your mother, your mother gets a white t-shirt for you, or I might decide it's going to be pink t-shirt for girls and blue t-shirt for boys. So you will put the DTDM badge on it. Your mommy will, give the soft copy to the printer, and the printer will print it out. They have a way they do it, and inscribe it on your t-shirt. So anytime we have meetings, because we are going to be having meetings once every month on Zoom, I want to see everybody wearing their t-shirt with my badge on it. You wear your t-shirt with that badge, and we have our meeting. No mufti will be allowed. We are going to be very serious with this, because the ultimate goal of this movement is that we change the world. We become a light of transformation in our world. Do you understand? So now, okay, what else? Okay. We are going to impose ourselves on society. We are going to push. We are going to force until there's transformation. Okay? So every child in the DTDM will have a badge. You will have a badge that I will send to your parents. They will print it and paste it on your t-shirt. The printer will do that. Okay. So the foundation has already been laid for my mentees. A lot of my mentees already have self-control. They already know what it means to honor, respect, and obey your parents and elders. They already know what decent dressing means. They already know how to be patient. A lot of them are already self-confident. They are already hardworking, diligent, and focused. So my mentees have already been transformed. And that was why I said any one of my mentees that already uses a phone, they qualify automatically to be in my movement. But for those who are registering now to be in the movement, there's going to be a phase. I would absorb everybody at this initial level, because it is a noble decision for you to say you want to join my movement. So I'm going to absorb everybody. So by the time I absorb you, we are going to have an initial orientation. So during that orientation, it's going to happen on Zoom, because I want children from all parts of the world. I want children from all parts of the world to join my movement. So by the time we have that orientation meeting, then I will now register those of you that are interested, to be mentored by me for 3 months. Will now begin that process. So after 3 months, then the real activity of movement begins. And for those who decide not to be mentored by me, I'm sorry, I would have to disqualify you, because your mindset has to be a certain way before you qualify to be in my movement. Because I want everybody to be driven by true passion to change the society, to change our world. We are going to become intentional agents of change to our world. So that is all there is about Dr. TAYELOLU'S discipleship movement. If you want your child to be, a part of my movement, you can send me their phone number on my WhatsApp. Or if you are a child or adolescent watching me and you have your own phone personally, then send me your number or chat me on WhatsApp yourself. So my phone number is 08038408948. 08038408948. If you are chatting me or you are calling me from outside Nigeria, of course, you have to add the ideal code to that phone number. So my name is Dr. Tayelolu. I'm the visionary and founder of the NGO Raising the Bar, and I'm the convener of the virtual mentorship program for younger children, adolescents, and young adults. God bless you. So let the registrations for the movement begin. God bless you. Good afternoon.